aspects of the divine masculine journey, right? And the journey of the inner child through Hook. Robin Williams, when he that movie where he realized he was Peter Pan, where he remembered. What did it take? It took his children being kidnapped, tapping in and facing fatherhood wounding, which was Captain Hook, or his shadow self, the dark things about himself that he chose not to remember or couldn't remember. It took the kids, the other lost boys, to help him jog his memory. They even tell you sometimes the key to your magic and all that is to play. Go play with your kids. They kept tapping him in his head and saying, play. It's on YouTube. Go and watch it. But also respect for the women, because the women were tapping him in. Tinkerbell, Wendy, his wife Moira, they all said the same thing. Bitch, you better fix this with your family. Fuck that job. That's going to be there. Your kids are not going to be here forever, and they're going to remember everything that you do or don't do. Tinkerbell was like, well, I know where your kids at. Let's go. Wendy, you don't even remember who you are. Went out there with the Lost Boys, and they all said the same thing. If you think happy thoughts, that's why I always go up for Thud. The big butterball. He told him, my happy thought is my mother. Do you remember yours? And as soon as he thought about it, he was like, oh yeah, I do remember my mom. I left my mother because I had to grow up and eventually die, which means like I had to grow up in all the adventures and things I couldn't live. But then what? You had Captain Hook all in his ear. You ain't shit. You was just a little kid, and little kids don't know nothing. Yet people, society, telling you the only thing you can do is exist and take. Be ruthless. Don't nobody give a fuck about you no way. He had to face that. He had to face that horror. And he realized, going back to his own little childhood home, or in that aspect, when he started remembering, he was like, shit, I did leave because I wanted to be a father. That's why I left Neverland. That's why I chose to grow up, because I wanted to pour that kind of love into somebody else. Didn't he start flying? Look at Rufio. Rufio was that scared inner child. That's why he was beefing back and forth with with Peter. It's those dark memories that you hold as a child, that fear of accessing your inner child. And Rufio pushed him until what happened? Rufio forced him to step his fucking game up. He was like, you gonna face Hook? And you doing all this? You got to be in tune with this. Your inner child, you got to be able to play. You got to fight, fly, and crow if you got to. You ain't even doing that. Oh, fat ass. Rufio wasn't scared. Sometimes when your inner child gets chaotic, he was like, fine. Okay, you go get your kids. I'll take down Hook my damn self. Rufio took up out of here. And the first thing he said is, I wish I had a dad like you. I wish I had somebody that was willing to do all of this for me. That's that unlock. That's the truth of it all. Your inner child wishes, especially as a young man, I wish my dad would have came through for me like that. And it kills me to know that he didn't give enough of a fuck. He literally killed Rufio. And what happened? Peter locked the fuck back in. Now we finna finish this. Let's go ahead and address it. Ed was gonna do him. But that's why I say, and they tell you, this is why it's also important to tune back in with the divine feminine, man, and within yourself. Because when it came down to it, and he was like, strike true, Peter. And Peter was finna shove that shit in there. His daughter came back and was like, no. Just leave him alone. Leave him in his misery. He needs a mama. We good. Okay, cool. And what did Hook say? Just trust me. Like, I'll go. And he cut him deep anyway. He hit him with that hook one time, and that did it. So being able to tune back into the great mother while you're going into your inner child, holding yourself, being responsible for yourself, addressing your fatherhood woundings and your motherhood wounding. That shit'll make you soar. As a man, you will fly. And then what happens? Then you meet the witch that'll help you to ascend to greater heights, which in this case, that was his wife, Moira. I get to live because, wait, this is my legacy, and she helped me get it. I need to listen to her more often. Because didn't Moira throw his phone out the window? He's like, I got to take this phone call. She was like, you've been working all week. You need to go fix this with your kids. Fix your family first, then you take that phone call. He didn't listen. She snatched that fucking phone up and threw it out the window. That money ain't gonna make you happy. But that relationship that you build with your children, that's what's gonna make you happy. Because that's what matters when you leave. It's not a do-over. You don't get no do-overs when you bring human beings into the world. That's where a lot of these men go awry. You fuck up the relationship with the mama and then you write the kids off. No. Because they still need you.